Hope that I'm not the only one who's wide awake on tonight. If you're out there and awake, double tap that screen. Let me know that you're rolling with me on the night. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Kushal Love. Hey, Chantrice. Thank you all so much. Let's see who else is awake. Let's wake them up. Slide that screen from left to right. If you're in the Apple family, if you are in Android, let's go from the bottom to the top. Those of you who are awake, you got a lot on your mind. I want you to double tap that screen. You thinking through a lot, I want you to double tap that screen. A whole lot you got to process. Double tap that screen, please. If you're excited about what next year is going to bring, double tap that screen, please. If you're excited about the promise, but you're unsure about the process, double tap the screen. You don't know what next year is going to look like. You just know it's got to be better than last year. Hey, Pastor Sean L. Bell. Y'all follow my brother, please. You're working on a master plan. I want you to double tap that screen. Let's get to 1,000 and then we'll go. Birmingham is up. Phoenix is up. Greensboro is up. All right. Thank you so much. Hey, Bishop. San Francisco is in the house. Saginaw, California, Chattanooga. I'll be with you all Saturday. My dear friend Kevin Adams is becoming a bishop. I'll be there Saturday morning for his consecration. I think I'm given the charge, and Bishop Noel Jones is preaching. It ought to be a great time in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Christian Culture, Maryland is up. Memphis is up. John Terrace Tate, the preachingest preacher on the planet. Good to see. Aloha from Hawaii. Kevin Adams is becoming a bishop. That's what I said to myself. I want to go over several things that got me awake tonight in the insane asylum, in the insomniac circle. Hey, Morehouse brother from Sweden, blessings on you. If any of my friends from the UK are up, let me hear from you. Anybody up from the mother continent, I need to hear from you. And my dear friends in the Caribbean, let me hear from you on tonight. I've heard from the continental U.S., but I've not heard from the mother continent or the Caribbean or the sons and daughters of the diaspora in the UK. Haiti is in the house. Bahamas is here. I'm coming to Bahamas to do New Year's revival in Nassau with Bishop Neil Ellis. So stand by. Okay, so a couple of things that I think are crazy tonight, and they have my mind spinning, and I wanted to bring by the insomniac circle. I think it's absolutely insane that the lead presidential candidate is Donald Trump, leading by double digits. He is at 37%, and the next closest one is Cruz from Texas, who I believe is at 24%. I really believed back in June or sometime this summer when it is that Donald Trump offended all of our brown brothers and sisters, Latinos, Hispanics, and said that all of the Mexicans who have illegally crossed the border are either murderers, rapists, or gangbangers. I thought that was the end of the campaign. But to show you the insanity of America, every time he offends, every time he insults, every time he disrespects some sector of society, his numbers go through the roof. I think it's absolutely insane that he would say that no Muslims would be allowed into the country, giving an overarching, sweeping generalization to say that all Muslims are extremists. I don't want to stay up tonight talking about the Christians that were extremists. and used their extremism to justify keeping black people in slavery. That was terrorism that lasted for hundreds of years. That if I even do that, we all gonna be up until 6 o'clock in the morning. So for him to be the number one lead candidate for the president of these United States of America is insane. It's absolutely crazy. That's my first thing that I want to drop on my Insomniac Circle. Here's the second thing that I think is absolutely crazy is a bunch of preachers had a press conference today at the National Town Hall Press Club, National Press Club, and said that all the people in Black Lives Matter were demoniacs and were responsible for splitting the country. They called our young people, our sons and daughters, our college students, those who have been crying loud and sparing not for justice. They called them demons. If you don't believe me, go to my Twitter page at Jamal H. Bryant. I tweeted the article. It's on Associated Press Wire, but you'll be able to read it on it. And these, again, are pastors and preachers. Insane. That's my second one. Here's my third one. Insane. You all remember the preacher who I had to check on CNN because he wanted me to apologize for calling the 100 black preachers who went to go see Donald Trump prostitutes, but did not demand an apology from Donald Trump for calling Mexicans rapists, didn't demand an apology from Donald Trump by saying that black people are 99% responsible of all crime in America, did not want an apology for saying that all women were hormonal, did not want an apology from Donald Trump for making a mockery from those who are physically challenged, but wanted me to apologize. That same preacher, James Davis, who I found out after the show was over, is not even a pastor, but is on the staff for Daryl Scott. That Daryl Scott was supposed to be on CNN with me, but chickened out and sent his associate pastor and called him a minister, has now been on my Facebook page trying to vindicate himself after he was exposed on global television, and he's not even a pastor. So Hezekiah Walker sang a song, 99 just won't do. He is not even a pastor. James Davis from Akron, Ohio, who was on CNN with me asking for an apology and said that my ordination papers ought to be stripped and revoked, is not a preacher. He's not even ordained. He just reads the Old Testament lesson at the 7:30 service. Wanted to come for me. Absolutely insane. I think it's absolutely insane that we are at a place. Hey, UK, y'all finally waking up. Glad that you all are here. I think it's absolutely insane that in 2015, ladies and gentlemen, we still don't have the wherewithal and still don't have the mind to realize that we are in a critical place, that America is holding on by the thread of a needle bed that is already strained and already stretched and is already going to a level that we had never seen before. Tonight, I want to talk about another level of insanity. A police officer in Oklahoma raped 13 black women. Watch this, while on duty. 13 black women while on duty. And ladies and gentlemen, he was sentenced on tonight. But here's the insanity that I need you all to be aware of. The insanity is, number one, he chose black women. And number two, He chose poor black women for two reasons. One, he assumed nobody would believe him. And two, he did not fear any repercussions because he thought black men would not defend our sisters and our women. Absolutely crazy. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, there are over 1,000 of you watching me on Periscope. And if, in fact, that officer is watching, Daniel Horchall, he's watching it, finding out that orange is the new black. He is wearing orange tonight. And so we will question whether the criminal justice system works. And I am absolutely grateful and glad that 13 sisters were able in one night to find justice. But I think that is absolutely egregious that this officer believed, albeit falsely, that our brothers would not, in fact, fight for them. He is absolutely wrong, absolutely out of order, and absolutely has to be checked. We have to defend our sisters at all costs so this never, ever, ever, never happens again. Insomniac Circle, it is an absolutely crazy world. I am asking for your prayers because we are getting ready to close up in Baltimore the first case of the 5 police officers who are being charged with the death of Freddie Gray. We are believing by faith that justice, just like it came down in Oklahoma tonight, it is coming to Baltimore. I'm talking about insane. F29010. What are you typing? What does that mean? What are you saying? F29010. What are you saying? I don't know what you cussing. I don't know what you sending a subliminal message. I don't know if this is a terrorist threat. I don't know if you've been. I don't know if you're an extremist, but that's the end of it. I told y'all it's absolutely crazy out in these streets. But ladies and gentlemen, I had the incredible privilege tonight to go to a private screening with Michael Moore. And Michael Moore did the incredible documentary Bowling at Columbine. And he's got a new show, a new movie documentary coming out called Who Will We Invade Next? And it goes to different countries around the world and shows how criminal justice systems are working, how it is that America is failing in terms of gun policy, and how it is that mass incarceration and the war on drugs is really a war on black people. And I went to that screening. He did a private Q&A in his home, and I was favored to be able to go to that. And I tried to Periscope that Q&A, and y'all, let me tell you what's crazy. I have never had so many extremists on my Periscope mad because he's talking about the failed criminal justice system in America. Y'all are not going to believe it. It was absolutely crazy. You all know the song, If I Had 1,000 Tongues, I Couldn't Praise Them Enough. If I had 1,000 pointer fingers, I couldn't block them enough. They were going absolutely nuts. Go back into my Periscope file. Look at the footage of my Q&A with Michael Moore, and you're going to be able to see insanity at a whole nother level. I had to get that off my chest before I go to sleep tonight. I got an early flight tomorrow morning. I got to speak tomorrow night.